Neeko is the new champion that is coming out in League of Legends, and hello, I'm Pauskled. Haha. So, we have a new champion, Neeko the Curious Chameleon. So, obviously she's gonna be a chameleon. The UV cat are gone, Neeko must build her own tribe now. So you have some kind of a description. You can see that she is going to be a mage, which obviously means she's gonna be going mid lane. And hailing from a long-lost tribal of Vestea, Neeko can blend into a crowd by harrowing the appearances of others, even absorbing something of their emotional state to tell friend from foe in an instant. No one is ever sure where or who Neeko might be, but those who intend to do her harm will soon witness her true colors revealed and feel the full power of her primordial spirit magic unleashed upon them. So that is interesting. That is quite interesting, and you can see that the race of her is Vestea, and the related champions are Nidalee, Wirangar, and Ezreal. Mostly because I think why they're related, because Nidalee and Rengar, you know, they're junglers. You can play them in jungle. They're kind of relative to the nature, and Ezreal, well, he's an explorer, so that kind of explains. And I don't know if you've seen a video about Neeko, but if you haven't, we're gonna see the video right now, and I'm gonna go into details about the video. Let's watch the video.
Ooh, pretty colors. Neeko likes this shade. Careful! Why are you sad, friend? You have powerful legs, like warrior or sand flea. You make a funny face. Oh, small brain. Ooh, Neeko investigate. Stay hidden. No jumping. You are in trouble!
No time to waste.
That frog is done with his life.
You fell for it. It's fun to walk around in different skins. Goodbye, fake Neeko. You mess with the wrong Neeko. Same luck next drive. Get ready.
Hubba hubba. You are stunning and beautiful. Ah! No flower for you!
Hello, Nature.
Interesting. So the first thing we can see is the Winter Neeko. This is going to be a skin that is coming out for Neeko, because, you know, obviously winter is coming, so this is going to be a skin for Neeko. Now, let's go into details of her abilities. Whenever she was chased by whenever she's being chased by Lux, you can see that her Q is basically a skill shot like Ezreal's W. Really similar, right? Or even Lux Q, really similar. So it's basically a bubble. This you know, guaranteed to be your Q ability. It might go for minions, it may go not, but it procs whenever it hits a first enemy champion. So at this point, it hits Lux, it deals, you know, a good chunk of damage, and then you can see this kind of a red neon kind of a line that looks like a passive, like a comet, you know. Comet, whenever you use your ability, basically you have a comet that, you know, does and hits the ground and deals damage. So I thought that this was a passive. Well, apparently not. This isn't a passive. Why I'm saying that it's not a passive? Because in this fight, you can see Kha'Zix is chasing Neeko. She uses her W to fool Kha'Zix. She's going to go that way. Kha'Zix is going to use his W. You know, he's not gonna kill the real Neeko. And Neeko just goes the other way. So most likely you're gonna be able to control your clone with your ultimate button, or the button you make your clone. Or either you're gonna control your clone with alt plus your ultimate, or the button you create your clone. Something like Shaco or something like LeBlanc. So at this point you can see she doesn't use her Q, she doesn't do anything, and mostly passives don't really act like, you know, you're just randomly running and you decide to use an ability. Passives don't really do that. So you can see the same ability, the same neon red colored kind of a thing approach, and basically this thing deals damage on impact with the ground, like area damage, and afterwards it deals another amount of damage, basically like Jin's traps. It hits the ground, it deals damage, it waits a little bit, and it procs like a mine. So that is quite interesting. Now the other thing we saw, you can basically you can you know, copy anyone in the Summoner's Rift that, you know, involves your allies. So obviously this is the fake Hecarim, this is the real Hecarim, and this is Neeko. Now the thing about is Neeko and her clone, you know, ability. The problem is, we don't know, one, whenever you're gonna copy your ally, will you have the same amount of HP, you know, or will you not? Well, the first thing what we can see right now, that is Neeko. She has full mana. She has full mana, right? On second thought, this Hecarim doesn't. This Hecarim doesn't. That's the problem. Basically, it tells me the same thing as if Hecarim would be level 12 and Neeko would be level 13. Most likely, this fake Hecarim and this real Hecarim would be level 12, maybe, and Neeko would be level 13. You know, not level 12. Which kind of gives away your position. You know, you understand what I'm talking about. You do understand my point. And you know, the ability of Neeko's Chameleon, it can be a little bit game changing, especially in low elo when players aren't really unaware. You know, let's say gold elo, silver elo, they know how to play, and they start warding the map, but at the same time, you know, they're watching the map. At the same time, you can use their ability, the Chameleon ability as Neeko, you know, copy someone, and let's say you can pretend that you're in the bottom jungle, and then you have, like, your jungler can easily gank top lane because the enemy is thinking that you're in bottom jungle. Now the problem is, if the jungle is going to be level 10 and Neeko is going to be level 11, and Neeko is going to be pretending that she is the jungler, and if someone from the enemy team is going to be smart enough and they're going to see Neeko on the minimap as jungler, enemy jungler, and they're going to see that that jungler is level 11, but whenever you're going to press the tab, you know, to open the scoreboard, and you're gonna see the jungler level 12, not 13, that means it's a fake. It's not a jungler. That's Neeko. So I'm pretty sure there are going to be ways you can figure out if that's a fake Neeko or not. But the problem is a clone. The clone most likely will have the same stats as the current, you know, ally does. And you, on the other hand, will have way different stats. And then we have her ultimate. that is the video. So, the thing is about Neeko's ultimate, it's going to be an, you know, AoE ultimate, or area damage. Most likely, Neeko is going to be one of those champions where you will want to buy Rod of Ages and some tanky items, you know, some HP plus ability power items. Because your ultimate is basically like Nunu's ultimate. You're going to be a center of the team fight, which means that you're going to be easily focused. That's why I'm pretty sure she's going to be, you know, needing health items. You know, it's a common sense. So, what do we have from her ultimate? Rakan engages with his W. Neeko copied, like, she used her Chameleon ability, copied Xayah. They went in the fight. She used her ultimate, Rakan used his ultimate. Rakan has its ultimate, he's running around, you know, distracting enemies. At this point, Neeko is using her ultimate. So watch this, she uses her ultimate, she launches into the air, she goes down, and the ultimate basically proxies, like you know, basically Nunu's ultimate, and deals massive AoE damage. Now the thing is, what kind of got me confused and thinking is, can Rakan use his shield whenever he uses his ultimate? Or when his ultimate is active, can he use his shield? Because obviously you can see in this team fight, whenever Neeko is using her ultimate and she launches her into the air, she gains, you know, a good chunk of a shield. That's a good chunk of a shield. Now, on second thought, we don't really see, that's maybe a Rakan bar. Usually if he shields someone, he gets a shield as well, and the ally gets a shield, or maybe it's not. I don't know. I never played Rakan. I played him one time or few, which was a year ago. So the point is that, so either she got a shield, or either whenever you use her ability and whenever you launch into the air, you get a bonus shield because of your ultimate. And most likely your shield is going to scale the more EP you have. And yeah, so her Q is going to be, you know, Neeko's Q is going to be the little bubble, you know, thingy that is a skill shot. Here, your E is also going to be, you know, a skill shot, a proximity mine. Your W is most likely going to be a chameleon, and your ultimate, well, you know, that. And I don't know what is her passive. In the video you can see the wolf. So most likely, you know, nature, something with nature, something with wolves, or, you know, there was a bird on the side of the screen as well, but I skipped it, I can't really see it anymore. But this bubble also gives away, maybe she does get a shield, most likely. So maybe her passive has something to deal with the, you know, involving nature, or a wolf. Maybe a wolf is going to be her friend. Who knows? At this point we can just guess. So that's the video I wanted to make. I wanted to make a simple video explaining a champion, giving you an idea on, you know, what kind of champion is going to be, what kind of abilities you will have, and thank you for watching. In a few days I will release another video, which is going to be about me playing in Bronze Elo, so that should be fun. Thank you for watching, and thank you for sticking by on my channel. Have a good night, morning, evening, day, I don't know. Adios.